Hey, listen, guys, I'm very happy to be a part of this. As Dave kindly mentioned, I've been able to succeed in a couple of different areas in life. One of which was playing in the NFL for a total of 8 years. I played with the Jacksonville Jaguars for 4, played with the Oakland Raiders for 1, and I played with the New York Giants for 3. And from there, I was able to move on and go on a beautiful show called Dance with the Stars. I've learned how to dance. So if anybody ever wants to dance and see me, I don't say no to anybody. That's the thing about me. I will dance with any and everybody across the globe. And teach too. I think it's an amazing thing to learn how to dance. And if you are in a relationship with somebody, one of the things I went to school to study is to become a premarital marital counselor. So I would teach you how to dance with your significant other. Then I wrote my first book that became a New York Times bestseller. It's titled The If in Life. The If in Life. It can be found where all books are sold. It's a play on words. When you spell out the word life, if is in the middle. IF, the if in life. And it's really about our decisions that we make that change the trajectory of our futures. And that it's been spectacular for me. And then I started writing children's books because I struggled academically growing up. And so I wanted to give kids something to motivate them to read. And so I have a 4-book series that we're turning into a cartoon series. And I care about kids. I'm philanthropically driven. I have a foundation. I focus on reading, education, literacy, health and fitness, and mentorship. Those are the pillars that really changed my life. And so, you know, my every Tuesday while I played in the NFL, I would focus on going in communities, giving back, whether it was partnering with Habitat, Humanity, whether it was partnering with major corporations, small, I would always show up. And when I ran across this opportunity to hear that this is a global thing that really helped change the world, I said, count me in without a doubt. I share a quick story, just real quick, that I think resonates. And Dave, I don't even know if I ever told you this, but when I was young, I was in school, middle school, and my dad came and picked me up one day and we played hooky. For those of you that may not know, hooky is basically just skipping school, right? Getting out of class and leaving. And so he came and picked me up and we played hooky. And it was a good time to have father-son bonding moments. So we went to grab some pizza and we went on the beach. It was cold that day, so we didn't get in the water. We just had pizza on the beach, father-son bonding moment. We later then got back in the truck, went to the mall, shopped around, and made our way back to the house on time when I would have been there on time, so my mom wouldn't have known any difference. In any event, I get in the house. And my mom, I go to my room. I'm young. I go to my room and I got sand in my shoe. And all the sand in my shoe, I take my shoe and I start pouring the sand out on the carpet like a dodo. Shouldn't have done that, but I did it anyway. And sooner or later, my mom comes in the room and she's like, Shotty, where's all this sand coming from? She calls me Shotty. And she sees all this sand coming out of my shoe. And she said, where you been? Where's all the sand coming from? And I looked at her because I didn't want to lie. That's my mom. I'm not going to lie to her. So my dad comes in, puts his hands on her shoulder and says, honey, I got him. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, whew, he saved the day. My mom leaves. She was like, yeah, you make sure you get on him. I just cleaned them carpets. And so my dad looks at me and says, son, I'm proud of you. And I think to myself, yeah, I bet you're proud of me because I ain't tell on you. And he says, no, son, I'm proud of you because you changed the world. I looked at him. I said, huh? He said, yeah, the way that the earth rotates, the way that the sun shifts around, brought that sand to that beach. You took a piece of that sand away from the beach. Therefore, son, you changed the world. And I thought about it. I said, that's a very interesting way to think I changed the world. And as I got older, that this story started to mean so much more to me because I started to think, how many days would it take for me to go to that beach, get a shoe full of sand, take it away from the beach, before you can tell a significant dent in the beach. For me to go there every day, it would be methodical. It would take forever, decades, ages, centuries before anybody could notice a difference. But then I started to think, if we could get everybody, if we could get millions upon millions of people to go to the beach and get a shoe full of sand and take it away, we could really make a difference. And to me, this is a global opportunity to really impact the world in a unique way that isn't about self. And obviously, somebody gets the grand opportunity to win. But even if there is no losers, because the money is going to philanthropic reasons. And so overarching scheme of this is to change the world in a beautiful way. And I wanted to be involved, and I'm happy to be involved. I'm glad, that God put me in this position. So I'm happy. I'm excited to see everybody's beautiful faces across the world that I get to interact with and, meet. And please, if you see me, dance with me. I will not say no to y'all. And I appreciate y'all letting me come by, Dave, and, kind of talk to everybody. And one day I will be cool enough to have that beautiful Avazoo in the background of my screen. I haven't got to upgrade yet.
We'll send it to you for next time. We'll send it to you for next time.
So let me ask you a question. So Rashad, how old was you when your dad decided to take you out of school for the day?
Yeah, I was about somewhere between 13, 14 years old.
Okay. Now, just because I grew up in England, I mean, is this a traditional thing that people who grew up in America do?
From time to time, it's one of those things that parents do for their kids every blue moon. Yeah, every blue moon.
Okay. So how did you get into football? That's my first question for you. I'm just curious.
Yeah, sure. So I got into football. I have two older brothers that were athletic. They both played football professionally for a quick moment. My oldest played for 1 year, and the other one, my middle brother's named Jennings. He played for 3 years. And, I grew up just wanting to be like them. Even though I wasn't, I was this little fat, overweight, chubby kid that rode the bench.
So what Justin's done is he's actually put your foundation up on the link so everybody can see your foundation, because obviously that was one of the first things that, I wanted to go and see about you too. You're not somebody, you are Avazoo. I mean, I hope we've talked about it, but you are going to be on stage. Not only are you going to be on stage, but you are going to be part of the philanthropy board. I mean, to me, it's exciting just having you here because of your background and your foundation and what you've been trying to do with your community. And you've had some great opportunities, but you don't even feel, you've still got lots more to bring. You feel that your blessings are still coming, right? I mean, you're on the same page as we are.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm at the starting point. It kind of popped my head out of water after leaving away from the NFL and really get to explore all the things that I think that are in front of me. So I'm excited. I'm at the beginning stages.
Okay. So after the NFL, did somebody contact you from Dancing with the Stars, or was it a passion you had that you done an app? How did that all happen?
Oh, so it's very ironic. When I was in New York, it was a random Friday evening. I was walking down Manhattan, Times Square. I was going to Modell's to do an autograph signing. And there was a random TMZ reporter that ran up to me and said, hey, he put the camera right on my face. Like, Rashad, hey, where you going? Where you headed to? And I had headphones on like this. And I was just walking down the street, jamming out. And he said, man, it looks like you got some real nice dance moves. You ever consider doing Dancing with the Stars? And I said, because the camera's in front of me, I was like, yeah, sounds great. I've never heard of Dance with the Stars. I didn't know what it was. I just thought that would be the best answer at the time. And come to find out, they got wave of that. About a year and a half later, my name was in consideration and they chose me. And so it was so random. And it was serendipitous too, because every single off season, I wanted to pick up a new craft. I love learning. So the first off season, I picked up a guitar, learned how to play. The next off season, magic tricks. The next off season, Olympic style fencing. Just every single off season, learning something new.
Magic tricks.
Tons.
Thank you for joining us today, wherever you come in from around the world. God bless to you. Love to you and the family. We really appreciate it, Rashad. God bless. Love to you and the family as well, obviously, Tisa. And let's go and make a change, because we can do it together. It won't be easy. We know we're going to have some, ups and downs. That's what you do. But don't worry about it, because tomorrow's a new day, a new start, and we can make that change. So, Rashad, say goodbye, and Tisa, say goodbye to everybody, and love to you guys.
Awesome. Blessings to everybody. Have a good weekend.
Thanks. Take care,
all right,
guys.
everyone.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Rashad. Good to see you. Thanks, Dave.